The second topic is change in demand, or you can talk about it as shift of demand curve. Now when you talk about shift of demand curve, earlier when you were talking about the change in quantity demanded, you were referring to a change in price resulting from the change in price, the movement was taking place on the demand curve. But here when we are talking about change in demand, we are not talking about the change in price, because this change takes place because of the other factors. Alright, so let's see how the change in demand takes place over here. Change in demand is not a result of change in price, right? You can show this diagram through two ways. One is a simple one, where you are depicting quantity on the x-axis and price on the y-axis, right? You can only take a simple variable P0 for price. A perfectly elastic demand curve you can draw. That is, you are assuming price to be constant, right? And then you can take quantity 0 and quantity 1, or quantity 2. We have taken three quantities over here. We start from the center point. This is Q0 quantity, right? And this is your demand curve. Okay? This is D0, just to maintain a similarity. We have made all the real variables, we have made similar, right? Now, if the shifting is taking place, the price will remain the same and the demand curve will shift from D0 to D1 because of the other factors. Now this shifting is from here to here, and we are terming it as E0 to E1, right? Now this shifting is not a result of change in price, because price is constant over here, right? Similarly, we can have a backward movement on the demand curve. The new quantity is Q2, which is a decreased quantity. The demand curve has become D2, alright, and this is a backward arrow movement, and which shows E2 as the equilibrium quantity. This is a simpler way to show the decrease in demand. There is one more way that I'll be showing you in the next diagram. Just see. Now the second way of showing the same thing, that is shifting of a demand curve. Again, quantity on the x-axis, price on the y-axis. Now here we are taking price variations. In the earlier diagram we have taken a constant price ratio range, but here we are taking price variations. We have P0, P1 and P2, and only one quantity will be depicting over here. Later on we will be creating the quantities. Now this is your price line. Again, the way you had earlier, we have same price line over here also, right? Now when the price is P0, the quantity is Q0. This is how we start with it, right? And this is on P0 price, Q0 quantity. This is your demand curve D0. This is our equilibrium E0, right? Now because of the other factors that you have studied, many determinants you have studied in the demand, yeah? There are many determinants for demand. So some of the other factors, they got executed, maybe income of the consumer, maybe taste and preference of the consumer, maybe population. For any of the reason, the demand increases and resultant, the demand curve shifts forward. Do you get that? This we are showing with the help of this arrow, right? Now the demand curve has become D1, and this is one more quantity. Now what you have to mind, children, over here, this is not the quantity met actually. This is only increased demanded quantity. This is not the real quantity met, right? Why? Because here the price range is the same. Now what will happen if you see your statement in the book? The book says that the increased quantity can be demanded at a higher price, or same quantity can be demanded at the, or same quantity can be demanded at the same price. Now what will happen? What will happen that the consumer will be finding out again a place where this quantity matches, right? And this will be the price where this quantity will match. Do you get it? Right? So the same quantity will be demanded at a higher price. The same quantity. Increased quantity is this, but the quantity met is this, the same quantity, but this will be demanded at a higher price. But this change is not because of the price. Price is the effect of this change, but this change is not because of the price. Do you get that? Right? So actual quantity will be this. What will be the actual quantity? Will be this. Alright. So this is your increase in demand. This is what is termed as increase in. Similarly, when the demand curve shifts backward, again for the reasons we have already studied, right? Maybe because of the income of the consumer, maybe because of the taste and preference, population policy, other factors, when apart from price, other factors get executed, there is a decrease in the demand, and resulting the demand curve shifts backward, right? Now the new quantity is demanded is OQ2, right? We can also say that the same quantity, when there is a backward shift in the demand curve, the new quantity demanded at P0 price is OQ2, right? The same means decrease in demand means also means that the same quantity, that is OQ2, OQ0 will be demanded at a lower price. Do you get that? Is it clear, children? Right? So increase in demand means, what it says, refers to a situation when the consumers buy larger amount of a commodity at the same price, and whereas decrease in demand means refers to a situation when the consumer demands a lower quantity at the same price. And then increase in demand again means that the entire demand curve shifts to the right or forward, right? And decrease in demand means the demand curve, the entire demand curve shifts backward. Understood? At the same price, and when increase is there, a larger amount is purchased by the consumer. When decrease is there, a smaller amount is purchased by the consumer. Now if we talk about expansion and increase, there is a difference in both the things you have already studied. Expansion is change in quantity demanded, and increase in change in demand. Expansion takes place because of change in price. When the price falls, the quantity demanded rises, and increase means at the same price a large amount of quantity is demanded, right? Expansion happens because of the movement, downward movement on the same demand curve, and increase the entire demand curve shifts forward. Then contraction and decrease in demand curve. Then contraction happens again because of the price. When the price rises, a smaller quantity is demanded by the consumer, and increase means at the same price a smaller quantity is purchased by the consumer. In contraction, there is a upward movement on the same demand curve, and in decrease there is a backward movement of the entire demand curve.